Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Rebels Grand National Series here in Original Rebels. I'm your host, Eddie Smith, and I am looking forward to tonight as we have the Xfinity cars at Legacy, Texas. Not the one that they're currently running, but the old configuration that they ran for many, many years. Gonna be a good one. Man, these cars are gonna be loose. They're going to be all over the place, and this track's just a lot of fun, especially since the turn one isn't a mile long on entry. So, going to be a good one. Really, really excited. Let's take a look at Texas Motor Speedway. Opened in 1996. Seating capacity of this configuration, because it has the back stretch and the front stretch, over 200,000 people, making it one of the largest American spectator venues in America. Of course, 1.5 miles, quad oval. Really, really excited to see this track in action yet again. Well, we're getting ready for qualifying in just a few minutes. And while we're thinking about it, let's go ahead and check out a little track guide, see what it takes to get around this Texas Motor Speedway. All right, here we are with a lap around Legacy, Texas. This is the old layout, a lot very similar to Atlanta. The old quad oval without the weird turn one. But we're in the Xfinity car tonight, and this thing is loose, but you gotta get the most you can out of it. Drive down into the corner, get that car down to the bottom, get back on the throttle, but you're gonna have to work it here tonight. The setup is extremely loose as we get real bad loose off the corner. Able to get that thing wrapped up back up, but you want to carry as much speed, but you also want to get down to the bottom. You see I've got it about half throttle as I come off the corner, not really able to get on the throttle until we get on the straightaway, as it is really, really loose, especially on cold tires. It's going to be an abrasive track, but you got to get down to the bottom, get back on the throttle as soon as possible, carry as much speed as you'll see right there in turn 2 exit. We're going to see some issues tonight. So, very, very fun track. Love this layout. But these guys are going to have their hands full tonight here in the Grand National Series. Well, all right, there you have it. That is how we get around Texas Motor Speedway. A little refresher for those who haven't seen it in a while. Like I said, just a lot of fun, and these cars just really make it exciting. Let's talk to some folks. I want to hear some driver. Let's see what we got as far as webcams tonight. Maybe somebody we can talk to. Got Brandon Wallace, Matt Clement. Always can count on them to have their cameras ready to go. So let's talk to some folks we haven't talked to before though, and see what they're thinking about tonight's race. Let's talk to Daniel Cunningham. Daniel, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, Eddie. I got you.
Well, got a little bit smaller field tonight, but Legacy, Texas, pretty sweet track, man. I really enjoyed it. I hate that there's not as many people. I mean, we got 200,000 people here to watch the race, but still going to be exciting. As a lot of really good drivers on the track. Tell me how you feel about tonight. How's the car feeling? Look pretty loose out there, and what's your plans to try to get this win tonight?
Yeah, it's definitely loose. Tire strategy is going to come into play. I mean, even if it runs green flag to flag, it's going to be when do you pit? How do you break up the pit cycles? We do have an extra set of tires in the pits tonight. I came out of pocket to find some basement deals at Bubba's Ball Tire Outlet and get us all an extra set of tires. So that'll come into play probably at some point. But yeah, it's definitely going to come down to that. It starts off loose, it ends loose. It kind of balances out a little in the middle of the run, but yeah, you're definitely right. It's on skates out there for a lot of it.
Well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch you guys race it out. 75 laps, not a whole lot of time, so it's going to be a quick race to get this thing done. So anyway, qualifying just getting going. I'm going to let you get at it. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Eddie.
Daniel Cunningham, feeling confident about tonight, giving you an idea of what the car is doing, and we'll actually go on board with some guys. Let's see what some drivers are feeling. Qualifying right now, Travis Bieber getting out on track. In that number 114 Burger King car. You may be wondering why they go, oh, you can see he's already loose. And boy, coming to the green flag, he is going through the grass. Hopefully he doesn't get to the start finish line. He'll have to reset and get back out there. But let's go on board with Matt Clement, put him on the hot seat. He comes off the corner, just taking it easy. You can see the tire tracks going through the grass. Can drive down into the corner. Running a little bit higher there. Just you can see how loose it is. He's just nervous to get down to the bottom. Those cold tires make it very treacherous. Now, after about a lap, you can see him getting a little bit more comfortable with that bottom line. Gets right down to the bottom that time. A little bit too high on entry. You're going to have to try to fight to get down to the bottom. That's going to scrub off speed. We'll see where he ends up here as he crosses the line. Matt Clement jumps up to the 5th position. Steve McDonald just finished up his lap, and he is in the 4th position. As we've got 4-time winner Kieran Church crossing the line. Let's see where he starts. He was on top of the boards for practice. Let's see where he ends up. Got that 22 machine screaming down the back straightaway. It goes down into turn 3 and 4. He's pretty low on the track, especially on the first lap. You can see that steering wheel not really moving that much. He feels pretty confident. Let's see where he ends up here on the first lap. Kieran Church good for 4th on the first. It seems like the second, though, is the money lap. We'll see what he's able to do here. If he can make up that 7/1000ths of a second. goes right to the top of the board with a 29.86. He is scooting in that Velocity Motorsports 22 machine. What a great qualifying effort. He sort of spins it out, does a little bit of celebration in that 22 machine. Well, all right. Well, getting ready to get the grid going. They got about a minute left. We'll kind of talk about the points. I don't have anything to show just right now, but just listed closely, and I'll give you the update. Kieran Church currently on top of the standings with 200 points with 4 wins. Just incredible. 4 in a row he's had. Brandon Wallace wins at Daytona, but Kieran Church has knocked off 4 in a row last week at Talladega, got the win. He is about 36 points ahead of second place Brandon Wallace, who is in that runner-up position currently. Matt Clemens in third. Steve McDonald right on his heels, 1 point away in fourth. Aaron Adcock in fifth. Aaron not in the race tonight, so it'll be a little bit of shake-up in the standings. But it is pretty wide open from second on back. So lots of movement here that can go on as you see the qualifying results. And, oh my goodness, things are just doing stuff on their own. Crazy. But let's go ahead and get the Jeff Bott Jr. Art starting lineup underway. The Peg Leg Pole Award, of course, goes to Kieran Church, who's looking to make it 5 in a row in this series. But let's see where everybody is starting next to him. Travis Beaver starting outside the front row. Daniel Cunningham starting in third position. Fourth is Brett Bieber. Starting fifth, Steve McDonald. Starting sixth is Matt Clemens. Seventh is Brandon Wallace. Starting eighth is Matt Knights. Starting ninth is Cody Atkins. Starting 10th, Chris Reese. And 11th in that 58 machine is Jimmy Cofield. That's your Jeff Bott Jr. Art starting lineup. Of course, got a lot of awards to give out tonight. We got to give the best paint by the same fella. We got the Hard Charger Award we got to give out. The No Net Fast Repair Hard Luck Award. So a lot of awards to give out as we see Kieran Church taking the EOL for winning last week. While he does get credit for the pole and the pit stall, he will have to go to the back of the field and work his way to the front. Just the rules of winning here. Of course, it is good to qualify third when that happens because Daniel Cunningham actually jumps up there and takes that inside line. I would imagine Travis Beaver going to have control of the restart, but I'm not actually sure how iRacing does that. But getting ready to go green here. Let's look at the race analysis. Of course, we're in the Xfinity car, 75 laps, not a lot of time, 60% fuel. Go about 33 laps on fuel, give or take a few. 4 total sets of tires, 3 sets of tires in the pit, so they'll have 3 more to make use of, and they'll probably need all of them, and, of course, the 1 fast repair. 3 green, white checkers to finish this thing if we need it. Heaven forbid, 11 cars, we get 3 green, white checkers. Hoping that's not the case. With Daniel Cunningham, Travis Beaver leading us down to the green flag here. 75 laps here in the Rebels Grand National Series. And green flag is out. Daniel Cunningham with a good start. Down on the bottom. Travis Beaver up on the outside. Watch the exit of turn 2 here. That's going to be a scary, scary place here on new tires. They're going to be cold. Guys are really, really taking it easy as they come rocking down the long back straightaway. You see all those people in the stands. That doesn't exist anymore. That's a Legacy Texas thing. Sad to see it turned out that way, but that's what happens. All the backstretch grandstands were gone. But so far, so good for the top 4. They look pretty solid as Travis Beaver going to get to the back bumper. Going to look down to the inside of Daniel Cunningham already. Now, one thing I do know about this track is this thing is abrasive, and these cars are loose. Now, it's going to be a blast to drive, no doubt about it. But I got to tell you, you got to be careful with those tires. Those tires will not last. This track right here will eat them up So if you're not taking care of them, you might end up in trouble after about 15 laps or so if we stay green. Right now, Travis Bieber really on the move. I mean, he is scooping. He is faster than anybody else on the track. But how much is he using of that car and those tires? So we will find out. Brett Bieber to the back bumper. Steve McDonald. See him coming off low right. Like, come off low off this corner. It's such a important thing here. You're just so used to letting the car sort of rotate out to the wall, and you really just don't do that. You lose so much time, but not so much, but just a little bit of time down these straightaways. There's so much on throttle time that you just can't afford to make the track longer by going out to the wall. So folks who come off the bottom right here, they're using less of that right rear, which I think will be important. So look out for Brett Bieber, who I think is running a pretty dang good line. Honestly, looks like he is going to be fast on the long run. When you come off low like that, you just got all the pressure all on each corner of the race car as you kind of let that right rear stick out, go up the track. You're really putting the pressure, like right here. He's putting a lot of pressure on that right rear. You're going to see him get a little bit so good as these four drivers starting to pull away. Cody Atkins in that 81 machine, up 4 spots. He's in 5th, running about a tenth slower than the top 4, but he has been working his way through traffic, so he is moving on up. Checking in on Kieran Church. He went all the way to the back. He's still there. He is definitely taking it easy on those tires. You know he's fast enough because he had the qualifying time, but if we look at his last times right here, you'll see Kieran Church 30.85, with leaders are running a 30.53. But I'd be surprised if he doesn't make his way through the field as his tires start to wear out. It's going to be a big part of this race. If it stays green, and usually smaller fields do, I think you're going to see tires just be so important. Whoever can save them the best for a long run is going to win this race. Brandon Wallace, Matt Knight's right behind him. Matt Knight's going to drive down to the inside, go to the inside of that 99 Jurassic Park Chevy Camaro. And Kieran Church sees an opportunity and jumps on it. Back up front, Brett Bieber has made the pass on Steve McDonald. Let's go back and watch how he did it. Getting a run down the front straightaway, gets that nose to the inside. Steve McDonald says, "This is too early. You're looking, I'm going to let you have it." He moves up the track. There's not a whole lot of grip up there to fight. And Brett Bieber easily takes over that top spot. So as things start to equalize, Matt Knight's fastest car on the track, but up front, got a battle for the lead as Daniel Cunningham starting to run back down Travis Bieber. We saw him pass Daniel early, but after just a few laps, 11, here comes Daniel Cunningham right back. So, no, caution is out. Matt Knight's gone around. Just mentioned how Matt Knight's was the fastest car on the track, and he goes around. Let's go back and see what, oh my goodness, he is right in front of Jimmy Cofield. That car is all tore up. Let's go back and see what happened to the 64 machine. Oh man, Kieran Church going to be involved in that. Looks like Matt was just spinning out down the back straightaway. Let's see if we can go back just a little bit more. As we'll watch him come off the turn 2, and I talked about that early. Oh, just going to get into the wall. And then when he gets off the wall, just gets on the gas, the car points towards the outside wall, and he goes around. Going to come in and get a fast repair, no doubt. We got some pit strategy. We got Travis Bieber leading most of the field down pit road. But after 13 laps, I would imagine 4 tires is dang near mandatory, as they were already falling off quite a bit. So got some strategy calls here. I like it. I like to see the different calls. If the race goes like it should, these 4 drivers that stayed out are going to be in trouble. If it goes green for a long time, they're going to be in trouble because they're going to, if you have an extra set of tires in the pits, that's going to be, it's going to be worthless to have them in the pits. But I do like this call, though, because in the racing world is things work out like they should. There's always cautions at the worst time. There's always issues, things throwing wrenches in strategies. And these guys make the call to be different. Save that set of tires and hang on to it towards the end of the race. You see Chris Reese deciding to come on in and take those 4 tires. But Matt Clement, Jimmy Cofield going to stay out, hang on to that extra set. We'll see if that pays dividends. You get a late caution at the end of these races with about 10 laps to go, and everybody's out of tires. You get 4 fresh tires. There's only 10 people in the race. That might be a race-winning move. Now we'll go back and check on a couple drivers. Kieran Church coming back out after that contact with Matt Knights as he was losing control. You see a little bit of damage on that 22 machine. Kieran elected not to use his fast repair. So maybe the damage is not too bad. It wasn't a huge hit, just pretty straight on. So hopefully the drive for 5 is still alive for Kieran Church. But after the first caution of the night, getting ready to go green, Matt Clement, Jimmy Cofield on the front row on old tires. Then you got new tires right behind them, 12 lap fresher. I think we're going to see a big difference here as they come down to take the green flag. Barney's got in his hand. Green flag is out. Oh, boy, a little bit of tire spin on the top row. It's one thing to be worried about is Jimmy's getting up out of the groove. Let's see as they go down to the corner. And Jimmy, he is getting freight trained. It did not take long. And here comes Daniel Cunningham on those fresh tires. Down the back straightaway, Matt Clement not able to hold him off at all. He's going to move up out of the groove and almost gets into the wall. He is going backwards fast. Battles for the lead as Brett Bieber takes advantage of that pass and gets a nice run and able to get by Daniel Cunningham. Getting out to an early lead here on this second run as here goes Travis Bieber and Daniel Cunningham falling back. They have data now. They've got tire data. They know what the tire situation looks like. If I know Daniel Cunningham like I do, unless he just has some damage or something's going wrong, I think he looked down at his tires and saw what 12 laps could do. And he's like, you know what, you guys just go on. I'm going to take care of these things. So there a few times in iRacing, you'll get, Cody Atkins going to get a little bit of that wall, get a stripe on the right side of that 81 machine. But every once in a while in iRacing, you'll have a track that's so abrasive that you almost have to run slow. You have to run 4 or 5 tenths off the pace to make sure that the tires are there at the end. And I wonder if that's not what Daniel Cunningham's doing. He's a second slower than everybody else, and I don't think that's right at all. So there's definitely some shenanigans going on in that 14 machine as he is falling all the way back to 7th place. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know if he's doing a fuel strategy. We talked about fuel already. About 33 laps on fuel. So he may be trying to make it on one more stop. Maybe it was close. Not real sure. But I think Daniel saw maybe what Kieran was doing and decided to follow suit. As you see, they are definitely falling behind. And those are the two fastest cars on the track. So definitely some tire saving strategies going on. Got a battle here between Steve McDonald, Brandon Wallace, Cody Atkins. Cody in the wall not too long ago, but didn't seem to phase him at all as he's running right up to the back bumper of that 99. Going to get a little bit loose. Well, they look like they're having a blast. Of course, Original Rebels, mainly a fixed setup league, and most of the time these iRacing fixed setups are built tight on purpose. That way they're a little bit more drivable. Every once in a while you will get one that is loose and you can really turn the car with the throttle, and you can't just mat it. You have to kind of work that throttle a little bit. And when you can do that, man, you have some of the most fun in iRacing that you can have. Here, Brandon Wallace really working that throttle. He is having to take care of it. And you see Cody really flirting with that wall too, so these guys are getting after it. This is the best battle on the track right now. Is I think Cody may be a little bit faster, but just not able to get the run he needs on Brandon Wallace. See him sliding all four tires going into the entry, driving that thing down deep in there, actually pushing off the corner, off of turn 2. And looks like he is actually hurting on the right front. That right front really taking a beating as he's trying to get down into the corner. It's just so different when these tires fall off as quick as they are. It's such a different line. You drive that qualifying line, you drive it pretty deep down in the corner and get back on the gas as soon as possible. But as that right front starts to eat up, you have to back up that entry to get down to the bottom. You see, he's just not able to get down to that white line, and that's really hurting his exit as that right front is getting hot. And yeah, you can see he's just not able to get down into the corner like he needs to. It's recoverable. I mean, you know, sort of once you overheat the tire, it's kind of it kind of hurts it for the rest of the run, but you can cool them off just a little bit and sort of recover what you've lost a little bit. But yeah, he's flirting with that seam. It's going to be really tight, so you have as much wheel he's having to put off the corner. Have to get let off a little bit early, but yeah, just that right front's taking a beating there with Brandon Wallace. Up front, though, Brett Beaver pulling away a little bit. Steve McDonald's starting to creep back into the picture. But they have just broke into the 31-second bracket. And Daniel Cunningham, Kieran Church still running upper 31 seconds. So I would imagine there's some fuel saving going on. You know what? Let's go on board with Daniel Cunningham and see. I don't care about giving away strategies. You know, I don't know. Well, I think I just figured it out. My small brain, a couple of neurons connected. Like I got 2 or 3 of them that made a little bit of connection, and boom, the light bulb is going off. Daniel Cunningham went fuel only on that last stop, so no tires, just got fuel. That's why his pace is so bad. He is still on those old tires, so it all makes sense now. I don't get to see the their tires, what they've taken, how many sets they have left. That'd be nice. I'd love to be able to see that and be able to follow along and know, whoa, as Cody Atkins gets real loose off of turn 2 there. Woo! A little spooky there for the 81 machine. He has really been hanging it out. I'm going to call him Garrett Kendrick tonight because he is taking over that role. He's fast, though, running in that 4th position. Currently the biggest mover, hard charger candidate. He was able to get around Brandon Wallace, starting to set sail just a little bit. Now he's got quite a ways to go to catch up to the front runners. As he is some 3.5 seconds back from Steve McDonald in 3rd place and about 5 seconds behind Brett Bieber, your leader. Go check in on our current points leader, Kieran Church. Started in the back after having to take an EOL for winning last week at Talladega. I was expecting to see him charge up to the front, but it has not been that way. Of course, he was involved in that incident with Matt Knights. Matt Knights was getting really loose on the back straightaway. You see that front end damage, but he is heading the right direction. Fastest car on the track last time by. So Kieran Church trending in the right direction now as we start to click off some laps. As he runs to the back bumper of the 99. You see the 99 way up out of the groove. You cannot run that groove here, I can tell you that. And that opens the door for Kieran. So move Kieran into the top 5. A little update. I don't know what happened to Christopher Reese. We saw him go down pit road under that last caution. Was there for about 45 seconds, so I don't know if he had some sort of issue. May have gotten a black flag or something. I don't know. Looks like he come into pit road a few times. May have been the case. He might have sped on pit road. But he is currently in 11th, 2 laps down. Kieran starting to come alive here as he easily passes Cody Atkins for 4th place. Last time by, the leader ran a 31.65, and Kieran, who was making passes, a 31.66. So he is just as fast as the leader here. And if we go to the end of this run, expect to see him make up quite a bit of time. We'll keep an eye on it, though. But right now, it's all Brett Bieber as he's getting to the back bumper of Jimmy Cofield, going to put him a lap down. Matt Clement coming down pit road after staying out. So he's got to make a pit stop under green. This will be his first stop of the night. Jimmy Cofield coming in as well. Yeah, just a good strategy call. I like the idea of it, but when things don't go your way, it can go pretty badly. And this is a tough position for Matt to be in. If it goes green, the other drivers have to pit as well, but I think he's going to have to make one more stop, and that's going to put Matt well out of contention. So he's going to need a caution to help get himself back in contention here, as he is already 1 lap down, and he is going to go 2 laps. Ooh, Cody Atkins must have got a little bit loose as Brandon Wallace able to get back around him. Oh, yeah, you can hear him. Coming off of 4, he was hard lift off that corner as we watch that steering wheel get loose. He is driving that thing. Matt Knight's coming up behind him. Yeah, he is. My goodness. As soon as he touches the throttle, that thing is wrecking loose. So is Brandon Wallace. I could see the whole left side of that 99 machine right in front. Oh, my goodness. This looks brutal. And this is the danger of heating that right rear tire up too early in the run. You just can't do it. And this is the result. He's got to go all the way to the end of his fuel run. Oh, my goodness. What a stressful situation to be in. It can barely touch the throttle as he is extremely loose. It's never going to get better. This setup is definitely leaning on that right rear. But he's doing a good job of hanging on to it, I have to admit. Unfortunately, there's just nothing you can do. You got to go down in the corner. You've got to let the thing roll, and you just barely able to give it throttle. You just cannot get on the gas, and that's super detrimental. Oh, Brandon Wallace almost gets loose. Let's go on board with your leader, Brett Bieber, see what he's dealing with. See what the difference is. Yeah, it's Daniel Cunningham on pit road. And you see here, much different story. As you see him coming off low, that's just so key here. Not a whole lot of wheel movement. Everything looks steady. It's driving down to that white line. Oh, as he gets a little bit loose, but not anywhere near what Cody Atkins is dealing with. So Cody really struggling. He would love to have some tires. Looks like Brandon Wallace going to come down pit road and get 4 tires. He is done with this. 99 machine. First one coming down pit road. Get those tires and get back out there. Try to make up some time. Do a little undercut on these fellas. So while we were looking, Daniel Cunningham goes down pit road as well. So he is now the first car 1 lap down. So if caution comes out, he will be the lucky dog. See Matt Clement behind him thinking, no, come back. That's my lucky dog. Once the top 5 pit, they will cycle back. But we'll see what the tire difference is. Currently, right now, Brett Bieber running a 32.06. So the fall off after that many laps, looks like about 30, is 2 seconds. So that's quite a bit of fall off. Kieran Church going to come down pit road, and ain't no way he made that. Big trouble there for Kieran Church. There is no way he made that pit speed. Let's go back and see. Ooh, I don't know. Well, we'll find out in just a second. He's got to sit on pit road for any amount of time. We'll see if he does get a penalty. But that was super close. If he made it, that was an amazing job. So pit stops happening. Steve McDonald now on pit road. Gives up 3rd place. Comes down, get 4 tires. And that leaves Brett Bieber, Travis Bieber out on the track, 3 seconds apart from each other. The longer they stay out, the tougher it's going to be for them, as a lot of the guys, 2 seconds a lap. I think if I see 3rd, 4th place come on down pit road, I'm gonna shoot on down pretty quickly, because they'll make up a ton of time. And it looks like he is coming down pit road, trying to get that thing woed up. Tell you what, the Biebers, man, driving a hell of a race. I feel like Brett has really taken control of this race after that last restart. Get in their box just fine. Travis slides through, but able to make it without much trouble. And we'll see Kieran Church going through 3 and 4 now. Let's see if they can get out ahead of Kieran. He is scooting. And you see him there down on the apron as we're on board with Kieran Church. He is going to get past Travis. Let's see if he can get past Brett as they come off the track. Kieran pitted 3 laps ago, excuse me. So this is a battle for the lead right here. Kieran Church has made his way up to the front. And with some pit strategy, he's going to take the lead. Now, I think Brett's going to be a little bit faster here for the next 5 laps or so. So we'll see how aggressive Brett is going to be. I would imagine he would want to get that lead back pretty quickly. But Kieran is going to see the front for just a second. You see Brett with a nice run through 3 and 4. He's going to have the momentum he needs. He is definitely there. He's going to look down to the inside. He's going to drive it down into turn 1. And no contest there is bottom line. And new tires just too strong. So you can see the difference in just 3 laps of tires. Brett Bieber quite a bit faster. Able to easily get around that 22 machine. Well, the tire situation looks like it's not going to really make a difference as we're trending green here. With just 25 laps to go, Brett Bieber looking to be in a good spot. Those who saved sets of tires like Matt Clement and Daniel Cunningham hanging on to those sets of tires, but unless we get a couple cautions the next 25 laps, I don't know if it's going to be the right call, but we'll see how the race trends. We saw guys get super, super loose, hard to drive at the end of that last run. So we'll see if we get any cautions, but I'd be surprised. I think if I'm Brett Bieber, I got to feel pretty good as he was still putting down really competitive lap times at the end of that last run. So if I'm the 808, I got to feel pretty dang good about my chances. It's just he's in a great position overall because he doesn't have to really worry about Kieran. He knows he's got 3-lap fresher tires. All he's got to do is just take it easy on his and not push it too hard. And if Kieran does push hard enough to run him down, that's going to be pretty detrimental, as we've seen. Tire wear, just big deal here. Going back to 3rd place, Travis Bieber trying to get away from the 68 machine, but man, Steve McDonald is scooting as both of these drivers are running down the top 2 really quickly, I think. Well, they're at least running down Kieran, who is falling off about a 10th from the other 3 up in the top 4. I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody take the high line. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody to jump up there and try it. I'm just not sure about the legacy version of Texas. You see that dark area here on the bottom below that seam in the middle. That looks like where most of the grip is, but iRacing has had some updates over the last couple years that has really allowed for the top side to work. But I don't know if Legacy Texas is one of them. Every once in a while, you'll see somebody jump up there and try it in some of these races, but I hadn't seen anybody even attempt it. I just don't think there's any grip in that top line. And these drivers already getting loose. Kieran really struggling up there as he got out of the groove and just could not get the thing to turn off the corner. You see how yawed out these cars are. I love it. Travis Weber able to get around Kieran without much issue there. So move Travis Weber up to second place. Steve McDonald going to set his sights on the 22 machine. So it looks like Kieran may be in trouble of I feel bad for him. He doesn't like he's going to win 5 in a row. Darn. But still having a good run. I mean, had to start in the back where these guys, ooh, is he going to clip that apron? That's spooky. I mean, to start in the back and have the one caution that he was involved in, so he didn't get to really benefit from it, and still work his way up to third place. Like he may lose that, but that's still a pretty good result. And I'd say the EOL rule working as intended. Make it tough on a leader. So far, he's been able to win 4 in a row, but tonight, just a mountain that he couldn't climb. There's still a lot of racing left. There's be 15 laps to go as they come to the line, so not over just yet. But I don't know. Brett Bieber looking really, really strong. Let's go back here to the back of this top 5. Daniel Cunningham takes over that 5th position for Brandon Wallace. These are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. It looks like Matt Clem and Chris Reese and Cody Atkins. Not really sure what happened to Cody. He had to go back down pit road or something. He is currently running 11th, so things have gone from bad to worse for Cody. Take a look at the last lap times. Brett Bieber 31.1, Travis 31.2, and they are the only ones besides Matt Clement who are even anywhere close, and Matt's on new tires. So those drivers have it figured out. They've been putting in the work, and look at them out there, up there spanking the field in those BK cars. $12 laps to go here in the Grand National Series. I got to give out a Paint Scheme of the Night award. And, you know, there's quite a few drivers with some really nice paint schemes. I like this Berry King paint scheme. Not really sure about the green tape on the bottom, though. I don't know about that. Not sure. There also seems to be... I'm not sure what's written above his driver in there. Looks like a dirty word, so we're going to move on. Kieran Church, very, very nice paint scheme. Velocity always seems to have the best paint schemes, and no different tonight. Daniel Cunningham still has cats on his scheme, so we'll move on. But here's your winner tonight. I like this. I mean, I know Brandon Wallace didn't paint this, but I like it. Got the little rust on there. Jurassic Park scheme. Arial font numbers. I mean, pretty good little scheme. So that's going to be your Jeff Bye Jr. Best Paint of the night. Jeff Bye Jr. Art. I'm told he does really good work. He may have done this one. I know Brandon didn't do it, so. Little poison ivy down there on the car. Be careful. See Jimmy Cofield on those new tires really making up some time on Brandon Wallace through the middle of the corner. Go back up front. Steve McDonald trying to run down this 22 machine. Sort of stalled out here with about 9 laps to go, coming to 8. As last time by, they ran the same exact lap time. We'll see what they do here. Kiernan a little bit slower, so Steve was able to get another half a tenth off of him there. So who knows? McDonald was really, really catching him as he gets to the back bumper. Gets within 0.3 of him. Still got plenty of time to make this pass. Oh, he's right to the back bumper now. Oh, he actually lifts. What are you doing, Steve? He had the momentum, should have gone down to the inside, but decided to back off, knowing he's got faster. He's a little bit faster right now. He doesn't have to push it too hard. So he backs out of it. Gonna get her wound back up and go back after it. He's right back to the back bumper of that 22 machine. Now he's going to look down to the inside. He better not back out this time. He is there to the left rear quarter. Door bumper clear. And Steve McDonald takes over the third place position as Matt Knight's on new tires. Coming fast. Going to go down to the inside. Steve's going to let him by and jump back down to the bottom. Don't let Kiernan get the run back around him. Oh, Kiernan going to get loose. Able to hang on to it, though. So move Steve McDonald up into the podium spot, man. Look at Steve doing a fantastic job on what I consider a very, very scary car to drive, it looks like, on these old tires. But back up front, Brett Bieber out with a 1.4 second lead over his teammate Travis Bieber. You know, I don't know if they're brothers or father and son or what's the deal. I want to say they're brothers. You know, I guess I could ask them. But either way, maybe a little Bieber 1-2 here. But they have checked out on the field. Those guys within 2 seconds of each other. Steve McDonald is 7 seconds back from these two. Kieran Church, 9 seconds. Daniel Cunningham, 18 seconds behind the leader. We have 3 laps to go. For Brett Bieber, I think he's got it in the bag. He has been pretty solid all race long. The times that we watched him, keeping that car straight, not pushing it too hard. And it is, you take care of the car, it takes care of you, and that's exactly what's going on here. Two to go. What a great way to do it. Come out here and make a statement in BK Racing. Kieran Church being sort of the man to beat. Aaron Adcock also really fast. Brandon Wallace winning the first race of the season. White flag is out for Brett Bieber as he looks to put his mark on this series and get the win here at Legacy, Texas. Just got to make it around one more time. His teammate starting to close in just a little bit, but not going to be close enough as long as Brett doesn't have some sort of catastrophe here in 3 and 4. He's going to come off a turn 4, and Brett Bieber is going to take the win here at Texas. Travis Bieber going to come home in second, and Steve McDonald with your third place finish. What a race. Pretty good race. overall, just the one caution. Even though guys are wrecking loose, guys able to hang on to it and get to the finish. But Brett Beaver is your winner. He's going to go around and start celebrating, get some donuts on the front stretch. Here in the Rebels, you got to take these wins when you can get them. You got to enjoy them. They are few and far between sometimes, so got to get out there and celebrate. And that's exactly what he is doing right at the start-finish line. Oh, pretty good little donuts. I like that. Oh! As Jimmy Cofield comes in and just blasts him. Well, all right. Well, let us talk to Brett and see what he thought about this race. Brett, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Oh, I gotcha. How you doing?
Well, man, congratulations on the win tonight. Guys, looked like it was really loose out there. But you were able to hang on to it. You look smooth as silk out there. We watched you on board a couple times on that long run. Some guys are out there just swerving and the steering wheel all over the place. But man, you seem to have it down pat, and you showed it by going out there and basically being in contention all race long, and then just kind of running away with it at the end. So congratulations, and kind of talk about your race, man. What was your plan going into tonight? How did it play out? And what was the car like?
Yeah, so I actually had to buy this track, so this wasn't one that I had. So, I bought the track, ran practice. I felt like in practice you had to run right against the bottom to get a good lap time, and that's similar to the dirt car that I run. So, I kind of used what I do in that, and kind of just all meshed together well. As far as the race went. After that first pit stop, when the yellow came out, we all kind of came down pit road, and we were pretty fast right out of the gate there. And as the long run went on, um, my car did build loose, like you were saying, but I'd rather it be loose on this game. I burn the tires up all the time. That's what I'm terrible at, and that actually fit my style. So the last run there, I don't know. I was probably nervous because I was in the lead or something, but I was getting tight. So I must have been doing something different.
Well, it's really awesome to see somebody come in with the plan and execute it, and both of you guys did a fantastic job. Seemed to just I don't know, kind of fit you like a glove. So, congratulations on a heck of a race, a heck of a win. Get that first win, get yourself in the playoffs. And as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Honestly, this is the first time I ever got interviewed. Not prepared, so I just think Travis and Andy for getting me into this, and we we're having fun. I race on a small 24-inch monitor, so I probably need to update my equipment to get a lot better, but we make do with what we have. And thanks
Well,
for you guys for running this too, and you taking time to announce it. And I know there's guys in the background that do things as well. I couldn't do it without you guys.
yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations, Brett. Go celebrate. You definitely earned it tonight. You were dominant here at Texas.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
My man, Brett, doesn't know what to do with his hands. Well, Flexible Freight Solutions post race show, we're underway. We're going to talk to, I would imagine, his relative. Let me ask Travis about that. Travis, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Eddie, what's up, man?
Okay, tell me, because I'm making assumptions that I don't know. Brett, Travis, what's the relationship there?
Older. I'm the older brother.
Okay, brothers. Awesome. Well, your brothers won two tonight. Your younger brother got the best of you, it looks like, but both of you guys seem to be in your own area code here at the Legacy Texas. I think everybody else was at the up to date Texas, and y'all were at the Legacy Texas, just like a different continuum all entirely.
I like I like
Yeah,
it. I like it.
yeah, so you got the flux capacitor going, and both of you out there. I mean, almost a dang 6-second lead over Steve McDonald 10 seconds on the rest of the field. So just dominant performance. But yeah, talk about your race, man. What were you trying to do? What was the car? What were you dealing with? Your brother said he was, felt like his dirt experience helped him. What was the car feeling like to you? And maybe what did you need to run down your brother at the end there?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, I had even texted him. He didn't jump into practice when I did, and I texted him and I said, "You're gonna do good. The car's super loose, or the track's super loose. I don't even know if it was the car or the track, whatever." So yeah, I couldn't get through 3 and 4 at the end. It seemed like I was better than him in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, I just couldn't hook the bottom enough, and I guess I'm too much of a hammerhead on the throttle, and I couldn't keep my foot off the gas and keep the tires from spinning. So that's on me. But yeah, he ran a good race. He got in a great spot on that pit stop to get the lead when I think Daniel didn't take tires and a bunch of us did, but then Brett ended up in the good spot there on the bottom to kind of sneak past everybody that didn't take tires. And that was basically it. I mean, he was about a second and a half ahead of me in that run, and that was about what we finished apart. So, he ran great.
Yeah, well, congratulations, man. Second place, pretty dang good. You started in second, you finished in second. That's a good race, no doubt about it. But, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out. Give a shout out to you, putting on an awesome broadcast. I brought out the Burger King car tonight. Brett didn't, so I
I
hope you
saw that.
I hope you docked him some points. So I told him this thing's ugly though. I'm getting a different scheme next week. So, but nah, just thanks to you guys. Thanks to everybody putting on the league. Matt, Brandon, Daniel, everybody at the Rebels that does everything for the league. So really appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Second place finisher, Travis Bieber. Let's talk to Steve McDonald, who comes home in third place. Steve, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Eddie. How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing great. But you are too, man. You got the third place finish, able to grab Kieran Church there at the end, get that podium spot. Congratulations on that. Talk about your race, man. How was it like? What was it like out there?
Oh man, it was just slick. I mean, it was a handful every lap. You had to really be easy getting off the corners. But
Well,
it was all about saving tires. I just didn't quite save enough.
well, what was the secret out there? What did you find, and how were you attacking the corners? And as far as throttle inputs and stuff like that, what was your kind of strategy? Is you're trying to save tire, but also try to make up some spots?
I was just trying to ease in about middle ways, easing into the corner, and then trying to round the bottom and come off and be easy on the gas coming off, and trying not to spin the tires and slide it in it.
Well, looks like you
And I did.
Go ahead.
I didn't perfect it, but I did better than some. So.
Well, I mean, you were the third best at doing it, I think. Well, congratulations, Steve. Definitely seen a lot of improvement out of your driving in the last just 6 months that we've known each other. And man, here you are fighting for wins. Just need a little bit extra tonight, maybe a caution to get you up there and battle for the win. But third place is a great finish, so congratulations. And as always, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you doing the broadcast, man. And want to thank Jeff By Jr. Art, Racing Graphic Artist, Kendall Farm and Ranch, Flexible Freight Solutions, Dark Horse Motorsports, No Next Fast Repair, and Chuck Pegleg Phelps. And then my bandit teammates, Jonathan Cofield and Costick. I couldn't be up here without them. They've just taught me so much, man. And learning from them, you can't pay for that. So.
That's right. Well, ain't nothing like some good teammates, and you got them. So, congratulations, Steve. Third place finish. Go celebrate.
Appreciate it. Have a good night, man.
There you have it. Third place finisher, Steve McDonald. Fourth place finisher was Kieran Church. Not able to do the drive for 5, but was able to get to fourth place. Daniel Cunningham recovers for 5th. Brandon Wallace in 6th. Matt Clement in 7th. 8th is Christopher Reese. 9th, Matt Knights, Jimmy Cofield in 10th, and Cody Atkins is going to be your Hard Luck Award winner, as he had some sort of issue that found him out of the race in 11th place. But anyway, good race. Smaller field, but still had some really exciting action, and Brett Beaver able to come away with the victory and lock himself in the playoffs. So come back next week as where the heck are we? Let's go look, see if we got a schedule here. Nope. All right. I can pull it up real quick as we look here. As we have a little dead air at the end of this broadcast. Eldora Dirt next week. Ugh. Well, I don't know about that, but it should be exciting nonetheless. Whew. I think we got a preview for it today, so excited to see maybe them continue that down the line next week at Eldora. That'll be a wild one in these Xfinity cars. But either way, pretty dang good race. Always enjoy it. Thank everybody for being in chat and watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.